Howdy folks, welcome to episode 28. Today we continue working on the base, and first I wanted to show you that I also got a bunch of the windows crafted, as I think I showed you before. But yeah, we got a couple stacks of those windows crafted, and so I went around and, nice sunrise there, I went around and I fixed up the windows on this thing and kind of fixed up the proportions on it and everything too, because it was kind of messed up proportions wise. And so yeah, now we've got that room, and so that's going to be one of the rooms, and I'll probably end up having to put like a door or landing pad or that kind of thing on it and stuff. But today what we're going to try to do is put another branch on this thing, and so why don't we get started on that, and I think we'll go from this side. But yeah, I want to put another branch coming out of this, so let's see what we can do as far as this goes. So I've got a bunch of blocks here. I can probably start over here somewhere, and I'm just going to kind of wing it and eyeball this thing and kind of go from, let's see, do I want to make, yeah, I probably just want to make something coming out of here. And so what we'll do is we'll start up here. And do I want it to come out more or up more? I think I want it to come up more. So we'll do this and this, and we'll see if we can just basically make an outline of what we've got. And let's see here. And then I can make a top outline to follow it. And we'll come out up a little bit more before we start coming out. And let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks. It's looking okay. Alright, and then it's going to start coming out a little bit more. And like I said, I'll end up fixing up the, I'll end up fixing up all the outer blocks to make it so it's not like all stair steps like this and everything. We will smooth out the surface so that it's not so horrible. And let's see, let's do this and a couple more 2x. I think we used to have something like that, and then we can start going across a little more. Whoa. And that's why I put the railing on this thing. Alright, why don't we do this? Why don't we move the ship up a little? Now that we know where this thing's going to be. Okay. Let's try this. And so yeah, while I was putting the windows on, the thing was bouncing around a little bit more, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And that looks about right. So maybe we'll come up a little bit more before we do this, and we'll come up like this. Cool. Okay, and so there's one, and so let's reset our timer here, and we'll try the top. Try to make the top of this thing come out this way. There's my shadow. And let's see, we'll do this. We'll come up. And let's see, we're going to come up a little bit more. Like that. Let's see, does that still need to come up? No, that should be about right. Am I over a block? Yeah, I am. Okay. Let's fix this right away before we get off track, because it's really easy to get messed up and lose your orientation. And I'm like, did I run out of ammo on that? Okay, yeah, it's really easy to mess up your orientation, and suddenly you're building like this entire thing that's off by a block, and and then you gotta undo a lot more. Okay, so that looks about right. And then we can come up. Yeah, we can come up like this, diagonal a few. I just don't want it to get really thick and then thin and then thick and then thin, because that looks goofy when a branch does that. And I think we'll do this and then come over a couple, and then come over a couple. Yeah, and then we could do some of these, and we'll take a look before we do the third dimension on it. And let's see what kind of, yeah, that's looking about right. Okay, so we'll do a couple more of these. And a couple more of these. And we'll see. How's that look? Probably even needs to come over more because it's not thinning out. So why don't we try coming up here. This one is going to come up, what is that, 2-3 blocks? Yeah, that's only 2 or 3 blocks thick. So we'll do this. Our other branch is going to come up here, like this. Come on, there we go. Okay, that's going to come up there. And so we want this to come out here. Whoops. And there. Why is it coming toward me so much? Okay. And it's moving around again. All right, and this is too high, so we're going to come down some more. So we'll do this. And we'll come across, let's see, like that. And then, come on, there we go. Across 4. Whoops. And maybe down one more even here. We'll see how this looks. Back off a bit. Yeah, okay, this is much better. And we'll see how that looks. That looks about branchy. That looks very branch-like. Okay, and maybe even take this off. Like that. And these two. And I should probably, I get the feeling my ship's going to start falling soon. So why don't we do this? And does that look about right? I think that looks about right. And so we're going to use that as our base. And then we're going to try to come out this way. So we need to set an axis, and I think it's XY. Let's see. Let's see what axis we have. No, it's a YZ. Okay. And we're going to start about here-ish. Yeah. And so we're basically going to try to stay between these 2 blocks for the most part. Come on, up here. Up here. Hello, there you go. Okay. And yeah, a couple more. And we're going to do the diagonal thing. There we go. Come up here. So yeah, I think this is, yeah, this looks like it's going to work. So we'll end up just filling this in and see if we can keep it on track with the rest of the branch, and probably even put some, whoops, some smaller stuff out here. And so I've got ideas for that. What I want to do is I want to use docked SVs to make the smaller branches, or maybe even some thorns and stuff like that. So it should be pretty it should be pretty crazy by the time it's done. Whoops. Go like that and that, and we'll come in a block even. How about that? Yeah, why don't we do that? And we'll take this off, and we'll take this off. There we go. Whoops. Come up over, Okay, and a little bit more. A little bit more. Whoops. Let's reset here. And we'll see if we can get the rest of this before the next reset. Here, get that block out of there. Alright. And we'll go like, yeah, like that. There we go. And that one. Okay. And yeah, this is 2, so there's no middle. There's no middle of it. It's 2 blocks. Okay. And that. And I think we'll keep it like that. And then this can even be like that. And we'll come up with this. There we go. Alright, so let's back off here a little. And we'll see. And yeah, I think that's going to work as a branch. I think the bottom there is a little goofy, but let's see. Let me make sure this is leveled off. Okay. Alright, so we can fix the bottom. That's easy enough. Just do this. And even do that. There we go. And so let's take this block, and then we're going to do the same thing where we're just going to fill this in. Fill in the gaps here. See what it takes to... And it's moving again. There we go. Like that. Okay. And cool. This is going a lot easier. I think that putting that base on was a big help last time. That much deeper or wider base that I put on is making a lot of difference. And let's see, we can go in here and in here and in here, and I think my timer's about to run out soon. And so let me go back after this block. There we go. Okay. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about with the timer, the SV will start to fall, not like free fall, but it will start to lower itself after about 1.5 minutes. I think it's about 90 seconds. It starts to drop down so that if you fall out of your ship, it's not sitting there for hours and hours until it runs out of fuel. And so that's what I'm talking about with that timer running out is is the SV falling. And so in an earlier episode, for those of you who have watched the earlier episodes, and if you haven't, then you probably should. But anyway, for those of you who have not watched the earlier episodes, that actually happened to me pretty early on, and I actually took some damage from falling. Whoops. And put that back. It needs to go back there. And yeah. Whoa! Because I did that? No! There we go. Because I hit the wrong key. There's that too. You can hit the wrong key. Like that. And but yeah, see what happens when it falls, the ship falls and then you fall, and then the ship falls and then you fall, and so you bounce down and you take damage. So yeah, actually that was a brilliant... I did that on purpose. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you guys know I did that on purpose, right? Just for you. But anyway, yeah, that's what happens when you sit there for too long on the drone, or basically standing on top of the ship. And also, yes, I'm building this as a capital vessel so that I don't have to worry about structural integrity, and for one, and for two, I want it to be crooked and weird like this. I don't want it to be all I don't want it to be all straight and upright, and you can't do that with a base. Well, you actually can with the set rotation command, with the console command, which honestly I wouldn't feel like it's cheating if I did that. Let's see what we have. I really wouldn't feel like it was cheating if I did that, because it's not like I'm gaining some massive advantage from tilting my base. But yeah, I decided to do it as a CB this time, just for the fun of it. And so yeah, I think that is going to be the third branch. I've got these two, and so I think next episode what we're going to try to do is we're going to, I think you guys have the idea of the branches, and so I probably won't do any more of those as episodes. I'll do those as time lapses. And so yeah, next building episode, what we're going to do is probably put these two things on and then see what kind of little thorns or mini branches or whatever we can come up with as well. So yeah, join me in episode 29, and we will probably not build. We'll probably do something else, go on an adventure somewhere. I do need some more pentaxid, so maybe we'll go take out that alien space station and get the rest of that pentaxid thing. So yeah, join me in episode 29, and we will see you then. Later, and don't forget the time lapse.